Imagine me as a 23-year-old. I would not have cut it as a hero. I don't look at you should start acting when you're young, as if to say I've missed the bus. I have not missed the bus. Hi, this is Boman Irani for Brut.
Why do you think Tanvi the Great ke liye Cannes is the right platform?
Quite honestly, Cannes is the right platform and anything that needs to be great. I honestly feel that it is probably the most famous platform in the world. With due respect to all the other platforms and festivals, but this is what it is.
What can you tell me about your character in the movie?
I play a musician and his name is Raza Saab. And this musician, who probably must be some kind of genius who never made it in life, is now a music teacher. And he trains young kids in the art form of classical music. और वो हमारी जो तन्वी है मेरे पास आती है कि मतलब उनका she'll get to learn something. Tanvi the Great has a condition.
तो आपका कोई बैकग्राउंड है म्यूजिक में?
मेरा खुद का?
Personally,
as good as yours. आप भी गाती?
I sing well.
So then
I think.
So then if you think you sing well, even I think I sing well. Come.
जी.
हम ना हाँ उधर चलते उधर खाली हाँ हम ना आ जाओ. This is nice. It's so casual यार.
आपको नहीं अच्छा लगता बड़ा सेटअप वाला इंटरव्यूज?
I
डाउन.
hate. ये कितना अच्छा लग रहा है.
आपने कब डिसाइड किया that you want to be an actor?
मैंने कभी डिसाइड नहीं किया था. I became an actor. So I wanted to be in films. I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to be involved in some kind of performing art, or even if it's part of being a director or a writer or a singer or a musician. I always wanted to be involved.
You've been a wait staff, you've been a shopkeeper as well.
Yes.
And then you became an actor.
Then I became a photographer.
Oh, photographer and then actor.
Then I went on stage.
Tell me a little bit about this trajectory. How did one point lead to another?
They are so disconnected and still connected at the same time. So when I was a kid, I used to do a lot of, I used to train a lot. Even when I was a shopkeeper.
Train as in?
As in voice training, speech therapy. I had a speech defect, corrected that. I used to go for a lot of theatre as a child. I've sung on stage as a 12-year-old professionally. Then when I joined the hotel business for a couple of years, it took a back seat. But then at the wafer shop, when I became a shopkeeper, I used to read a lot on cinema and on plays and monologues and observational work, character observation work. I did a lot of that back in the day. I love those days, because those are the days where we are learning, and I hope we continue to learn. And then, of course, my most interesting period came when I started learning how to write. So I did a lot of workshops on writing. I used to attend workshops, and now I teach writing. I teach.
From your younger days when you were training, overcoming a speech defect,
right?
And then आप wait staff के job में आए या फिर hotel में आपने काम किया. Did you choose this purposely? Or did something make it so that you had to do that job?
You know, it was easy to get a job, because at that point of time I did not have great academic backing. I said, okay, let's do this. We'll make some quick money, and a lot of my friends were in the business. I joined. You know, it's a great experience. It's a lot of hard work, and you do end up making a decent amount of money in form of tips and things. I was 18 years old that time.
Was it at your shop that you met your wife?
It's true.
What happened?
What happened means, what do you mean?
What happened? Like, how did this?
She came every day, and I was sitting there every day. And you come when you come to buy wafers every day. I'm sitting there every day, and you keep smiling, and the smile becomes wider and wider with each passing day. And the wider smile becomes a one-word conversation to a one-line conversation to a full-blown conversation, and then before you know it, you're married for 40 years.
So you didn't have to do a lot to impress her?
No, not really.
You began acting in films at a later age than most people usually do. And what took you so long? And is there anything about your trajectory that you would like to change?
I don't think it took so long
Okay.
because later for you is correct for me. Later for somebody else is a perfect time in your timeline. I don't look at later. I don't look at you should start acting when you're young as if to say I've missed the bus. I have not missed the bus. Imagine me as a 23-year-old. I would not have cut it as a hero.
Why?
I don't know.
You have this thought. There must be some reason.
There is no reason sometimes. Life takes you in spaces that are very beautiful and you just have to embrace it and you just have to embrace it. And I embraced it, that's it.
So you're saying there's no rule book or timetable?
Absolutely not. Who's making that? Who wrote that rule book? Do you know where it is? Exists? I don't know where it exists. I'm an actor.
Okay.
I'm a working actor.
What are your favorite roles so far?
I'm very bad at that. It's like, saying, ये picture में मैंने बहुत अच्छा काम किया. Ghosla Ghosla. I loved everything about that film.
अब क्या करेंगे भाई अब कहाँ जाएंगे भाई
और ऐसा कोई role है for which you wish you got more appreciation for?
I think Masoom. Masoom was a web series that I did. I wish people had seen it. I'm not saying I would have got more appreciation.
Do you seek appreciation?
No.
What do you seek when you're doing your roles?
Joy. When you go home, you feel, we did good today. We created something new. It's never in our hands of how many people are going to see it. It's never in our hands of how much money it's going to make. It's never in our hands what awards or what kind of reviews you're going to get. I've become a little immune to all of that.
You were hesitant about playing virus.
Yeah.
So what convinced you to take that role?
I don't know.
Why were you hesitant?
It was in my mind, when you look at it, principal, daughter, in love with somebody I hate or my nemesis. But Raju took me to somewhere outside of Pune. बंगला हायर किया. वहाँ पे 2-3 दिन बैठे बातें की. And then something happened. मैं बोला हाँ करना ही है अभी क्या है. Because see, eventually it's not about your job. मतलब आप प्रिंसिपल है या आप इंस्पेक्टर है या आप लॉयर. हर पिक्चर में आप लॉयर ही है नहीं, लेकिन हर एक इंसान अलग होता है ना. उनके असूल और वर्ल्ड व्यूज अलग होते हैं और उनको लाइफ में क्या चाहिए वो अलग होता है. So वो टाइम पे शायद I was being naive of thinking that way because every character, no matter if I play 10 Ghosla and लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई, both were builders, both were little slightly crooked, but they are different human beings, no?
Mehta Boys जो आपने करी है, tell me some anecdote from the film.
Mehta Boys is a film that makes me happy, even though it's a very emotional film. People cry during the film. मैं खुश हो जाता हूँ उस film में because it's not a film about negativity. It's a film that's very positive. And yesterday, somebody told me that there's a friend in the south who he showed the film to, and he saw the film, he watched the film, and he got very emotional. And he told that friend of mine, he said, I haven't spoken to my father for 14 years. 14 साल हो गए मैंने मेरे पिताजी के साथ बात ही नहीं की, तो उसके सामने फ़ोन उठा के बात किया. Saying, Dad, I want to meet you, I want to watch a film with you. So they said, okay. And they fixed a date. And 22 of them, family members, got together at someone's house and watched it together. I think this is the greatest. You talk about awards, you talk about critics. There can't be a better reward than this. And that's what Mehta Boys does for people. I mean, I watched it again yesterday with my students. I'm still moved by it.
How did it make you feel when your friend told you that because of the film they...
I am telling you, I'm feeling emotional and proud, very proud.
And you said you watched the film yesterday again. with
I
your
watched it
students.
again with my students, 250 students.
How many times have you watched it?
30, 40 times.
Do you like watching yourself on screen?
No, I don't actually. As a matter of fact, I don't watching myself on screen.
Then?
But it's a lovely film. And normally I never say this about my own work. Oh, it's a beautiful film. But it is a beautiful film. So let's accept it.
What do you keep in mind while choosing roles?
The film must tell a story and at the same time tell a story that's beneath that story. What is the film actually saying? Not just the events that take place in the movie, but the journey of the character is the most important thing.
Is there enough diversity in what you're offered, or are the roles that come your way restricted by your previous work?
No, it's not restricted by my previous work. No, it's not. Thankfully, no.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you look at a character, say from Masoom, or for that matter, Mehta Boys, for that matter, even a Don, for that matter, Khosla Ghosla, they're all pretty diverse. And I try to adapt to a character and see very little of this fellow and more of the character. That's what I aim.
But you know there's confusion about how your name is pronounced. Do you want to settle that?
No,
Why?
it's okay.
Okay.
What's in the name?
So you're forgiving.
It's not about being forgiving. We are harping on stuff that is inconsequential. If somebody calls me Boman, or Boman, or Boman, what difference does it make?